With the launch of iOS 17, Apple added a new feature called Contact Poster. Now, this feature is pretty awesome because you get a picture of the person who's calling you and it is full screen if you're on the lock screen. But Contact Poster is super broken as well. It's not working perfectly for a lot of iPhone users who have updated to iOS 17, and the experience has been pretty frustrating. Well, in this video, I will show you how you can fix issues with iOS 17 contact poster and the fact that it might not be working for you. Now, for starters, of course, you do need to be on iOS 17 and both the devices, that is the person who you're calling and your own device, need to be on iOS 17 for the contact poster to show up on the other person's phone. If the other person is on iOS 16, you have iOS 17, you have set up your own contact poster, it will not show up on their device. Next thing I recommend you do is once you have updated your iPhone to iOS 17, reboot your device. Now, because this is Apple, you do not have a simple way to reboot. You first have to turn off your phone and then you have to turn it back on. So, how do you turn off your iPhone? Well, you press volume up, volume down, and then press and hold the power button on the side. You get the option of slide to power off. You are going to turn off your iPhone. Once the iPhone has turned off, then you need to wait for a few seconds, press and hold the power button until you see the Apple logo, and then your iPhone will reboot. Next thing we need to make sure is that the sharing of your contact poster is enabled. How do you do that? Well, you go into the contacts application and then you select your own card. So this here is my card. Once I select this, I'm getting the option of sharing the contact photo and poster. Right now it is disabled. So here it is. I am going to select this option of contact photo and poster, and bam, here it is. Now I am on this screen wherein it says update your name and photo. I'm going to select continue. I have to give it my first name, my last name, and then set up my contact poster. But this is another iPhone which I have over here. Now, in some cases, this option might be grayed out or it might not work for you. Then what do you do? Well, in that case you can try enabling it from settings. So you will go into settings and then you need to go into the messages option. In messages, try to enable this option which says share name and photo. Again, it is not working for me because contact poster feature in iOS 17 has a pretty big, frustrating, and irritating limitation. And that limitation is if you have by any chance two iPhones, right? Both of them have separate numbers, but you are using the same Apple ID on both of these. Your iCloud ID is same on both of these devices, then you will have major issues trying to set up contact poster on either of them. So what do you have to do? Well, in that case, what you need to do is you need to turn off iMessage and FaceTime on one of those iPhones. How do you do that? Well, we are in the settings main page and herein we will go back into messages. So here it is. This is the other iPhone. Disable iMessage and then similarly go into FaceTime and disable FaceTime as well. Once you have done this, you should be able to set up the contact poster on the other iPhone and that option will no longer be grayed out or not work. It should work absolutely fine. The next trick to fix contact poster not working on your iPhone running iOS 17 is to enable your caller ID feature. So how do you check that and how do you enable it? Well, you go into the settings application. While you're on the main page of settings, you need to go into phone settings. Now, once you are in phone settings, in the calls section, you will see something called show my caller ID. It will connect to the network and check whether it is enabled or not. So make sure this is enabled. If show my caller ID is disabled, you do need to enable it for contact posters to work on your iPhones running iOS 17. Our next tip to make contact poster working on your iPhones running iOS 17 is to delete any existing contact posters you have and create a new one. So how do you do that? Well, you go into the contacts application and then you open your own card. Then you tap on edit on the top right, and then you select edit one more time. So these are the two contact posters I have right now. So if you swipe up on any of them, you get the option to delete. So we're going to delete this one. Similarly, we are going to delete this one as well, and now we can select create new, and we can go ahead and create a new contact poster for this specific iPhone which is running iOS 17. And once you're done creating a contact poster, hopefully that fixes the issue of contact posters not working on your iPhone. Now our last tip and trick to fix the issue of contact poster not working on iOS 17 is to factory reset your iPhone. Now do note, if you factory reset your iPhone, it will result in all of your data being lost. So make sure you have a backup of the data on your iPhone. So to factory reset your iPhone, all you have to do is open settings, go into search, and herein if you search for the word reset, you will get the option of resetting, and you have to select erase all content and settings and then select continue. However, if you were to ask me, hey Manji, should I factory reset my iPhone just to make contact poster working? My advice would be, please do not do so. Contact poster right now in iOS 17 is very much broken, and Apple does need to up their game and fix it. So hopefully, if and when they release iOS 17.0.1 or 17.1, contact poster should be working more smoothly for those of you who are unable to use this awesome feature which Apple added with iOS 17. And there it is, peeps. Those are all the tips and tricks which we have to fix iOS 17 contact poster feature not working. If you have any other tip and trick which we missed and it worked for you, please mention it in the comments on this video.